things. Alright, we're back. Alright, I already did the radio show earlier today, 8 o'clock, and it went pretty well, and it was a data, you can see a data dump of disclosure information, which I wasn't really prepared for, but that was fine. And yeah, I had a caller that came in, that was great too. So yeah, if you want to call in, it's I don't think I have the, I don't know if it's in the description of this one or not. I don't think I changed it or not. Kind of a little bit late to check that. Probably is. Yeah. So of course it might be to the old show, but anyway, either way. But you can always follow Blog Talk. I should have the next one planned on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then probably July 4th maybe. I'm not sure about that, so I'm just gonna play it by ear and see what happens. Just that's new, so give it some time to build up. It's going to be out there, of course. We're going into a new an energy shift, and apparently they want me online in that way. Getting you new information of the elite. Now when I typed the title for this, it just sort of came through. Of course I already forgot what I called it. Illuminati, the release of Earth. Okay, so yeah, it's yeah, those that are like our, you can say they look at us like they're our parents. At least the ones that are hard on us, they don't look at themselves as negative. They just they have different agendas, and we're just cattle, basically. They did give us chances to awaken, but many did not. That's true. Like, you know, when you tell people about this stuff, they just kind of laugh off and go off into consumer island or consumer land. It's happier there. That's for sure. But you can say happiness is coming to an end. Yeah, it feels like in the next few months or sooner than that, there's a transition. We're going from a transition of being controlled to being free. We have freedom here, but it's kind of not great. A lot of it has to do with, like, I mean, there is parts of humanity that are awakened, but it's not enough for us to. We could have freed ourselves in the past, but a lot of it is anger, it's conspiracies, it's this and that, and you grab your guns. You know, that's not the kind of awakening they're looking for. It's like, you can awaken, but what's up with all the fear? So that's the thing. I mean, you can awaken, but there's like different versions of it. It's like when you tell them the metaphysics connected to, you know, aliens or angels, your loved ones on the other side, or whatever you want to call it. Many are having difficulties. Just no, I'd just be mad and carry around my gun. That's easier. And this is why we are where we are. So, the different ways of looking at it. And some are not, some just rather just have the fear and enjoy that. Well, this is what feels like a lot of the alien involvement here is increasing. No more of that. This is so distracting. I'm used to seeing as one color. This isn't going too well. There. I see that white, it just kind of throws me off. It's like, what is that? It's a sheet. It's an alien. No, but the alien forces here are basically going to cut into our dimensions eventually. Well, it's time for us to wake up. It's like, I mean, we're going to, at this point, we're not going anywhere. Not really. I mean, some are, most aren't. You can talk about hybrid children who are blue in the face. I mean, it's helping some awaken. Wherever it works for you, but there are different solutions. Everything kind of intertwines into each other, but some of these old methods are just, I mean, it's working, whatever works to awaken people, basically. Let's throw anything at you to get you opening up, not being afraid. Put down your gun, open up your heart, and not worry so much. So as for how they're going to do this, it's still up for you know, how the aliens are going to cut into our dimension. It's still up in the air, but we are going to go into a soft disclosure energy. Let's see if it'll out coming. We'll see. I already did a download already. I'm kind of worn out from it, but that was really come out of nowhere. That was good. A soft disclosure, but where we can't deny it anymore. Some are going to deny it anyway, but the soft disclosure is going to go into. At least right now they're saying it's soft. That's probably because they're obviously there's another one on the way, or another one on the way that might not be that clear that they're here, but they're going to definitely go into an energy where they're going to say, like, open up the door, we're here. So this is disclosure month. It truly feels that way. Jeez, I'm going through I feel like I'm going through a washing machine. I've been feeling that since I talked about this 2 months ago. Now we are kind of here. So yeah, let's get the fireworks going. I don't think it's going to be on July 4th. It might be in the middle of the month. Who knows? We'll find out. As the energies are shifting, vortexes are opening up. You might now. When I was talking just now, I saw a lizard person. So I didn't even think I got a gag. I think a message that they're just going to, you know, like a reptilian would just appear out of nowhere. That's going to go really well. That's not going to go well at all. But yeah, most of humanity is pretty much shut down. Obviously, even those that are connected to the spiritual energies are not fully ready for a full contact vibration. That's basically, it's still, you know, they just, you know, they got their hybrid children, and that's as far as they want to go. Which is fine, but disclosure, most people are not ready for it. They can connect to channelings all they want, but to actually have a physical connection is life-changing. It does cause a lot of body dysfunction because of stress. And so, you can say I'm being brought here to, for those that want to hear it, most don't, it's like, almost like, I hate to say it, but most of humanity is like, they're like children. It's like, this is the way I want to see things, and that's it, and they slam the door on you. You know, it's the same thing. It's just they're adults doing it instead of kids. It's the same thing. It's like, I don't want to hear it, and that's it. So that's why it feels like they're just going to come in no matter what now, from what it feels like. They're just going to have to splice right into our reality, because we're not, you know, we're just so headstrong on it. Now, there's many that are aware of it, but saying it and going through it's another story. But many are brought here to experience it. As for bringing in a more positive direction, I'd say others are not, but everyone has their own agendas. And so basically, after this month, it feels like we're going to go through a major transition. As I just got that. Now everything needs to be known. Just we'll know little by little. The waves are going to change. The way of thinking is going to shift. And most will not see this coming. Most are either in denial or on part of different agendas, but they're not necessarily here to be a part of it. It was to be a part of the main event. The main event is actually only a few that are really involved with it. You don't need a lot, really, to be involved with it. Not really. I'm talking about humans that are in ground crew. Not really. It only has to be a few. And the rest are just kind of like, it's probably best they don't. That are not involved, because you go back to your normal lives and either think you know everything, or hybrid kids, or whatever it might be. Whatever it is that's going on out there, there's a lot of that going around. Just jeez. But yeah, it's like only a few ground crew people. Some people have already been aware of like forever, and that's good. Well, because they're comfortable with it. They're just ready to say, come on, let's get going with this. So that's, you're obviously involved with it in some shape or form. Yeah, definitely involved with it in a good way. Some what I keep getting is not ready, but obviously when it occurs, oh, I guess we're ready now. But once again, it's going to happen in disguise. In disguise in a way where, yeah, well, they said soft disclosure now, but obviously they're working on one phase, and then there'll be another where you can't deny it. At least that's what I'm getting. Might be changing that on my own, but they're not saying anything for good reason. Anyway, this month is a turning point month. It is a time of, it's like we're unscrewing the old reality. Of course, it's still going to be here, kicking and screaming as it usually does, crying about Trump all day. Jeez, that tells you it's a slow news day. If that's all they do is crap on Trump all day, combed his hair wrong, hold a bottle of water wrong, whatever it might be, wow, we're really not. There's really nothing going on in the world, right? So that tells you it's like anything's better than this. Give us all the reptilian. Give us something. Yeah, drop a few reptilians on us. Go right ahead. I think that's more of a joke, but they will be involved in quiet. But yeah, it does feel like we're just uncapping this reality. We're unscrewing it slowly. As for the Illuminati energies, the ones that are negative to us, but they don't think they're negative, they are moving on. They've been moving on for some time. They've been packing shit for a long time. You can yell at them, scream at them, whatever. That doesn't matter. None of it phases them. They don't care. They see us as not insects, but what do we know? We don't know anything. And I wasn't too sure, but I believe even those that really dislike us or don't think very highly of us have given us many information on to awaken, and we do not take it. Most humanity don't take it. Go into fear and grab your gun, whatever it might be. Yeah, I mean, the more that you the more that you, of course, we're not, at least that's from what I'm getting from them. A lot of the positive energies came in, like with 9/11. I mentioned 9/11 a lot last on the radio. But here also, once again, 9/11, many 9/11s were stopped after 9/11 because many of them could have occurred. It's for the positive influence here. Because, yeah, I think there's been many scenarios could have happened, definitely. All that fear was justified because any of those could have happened. Martial law, anything was possible. All that was in the cards. None of it was implemented. Well, TSA, but TSA's. When I first saw TSA, it just spooked me out at the airport. It's like, dude, this is scary. It's like, this is not friendly at all. It's like, ugh. So, as for, yeah, the Illuminati leaving, basically, it's, once again, it's alien beings. I feel like this year agenda here is ended. They got what they added. I mean, they've been here forever, and they're just closing shop. Now, those that are wealthy, they might just let their families die out and continue their old ways. So basically, manipulating us, polluting our waters, whatever, because they don't care. But we're getting more positive influences from the aliens. Basically, let's put it this way: the negative elite, they don't see themselves as negative, but whatever. It's like they're hold on our planet, they let it go. Not to say they're fully gone. Obviously, the effects here are pretty heavy, but it's like blocking the alien influences has been lifted, from what I feel. Now that's what brought in that title. Take it with a grain of salt. Many are still, they get a lot. Remember, a lot of on YouTube, for example, they get a lot of attention going through conspiracies, negativity, intellectual, what is the deep state doing and all that. So they get a lot of attention for that. So why would you want to let that go? So, but once again, now obviously feeling the effects of a shift. You have to, be connected a little bit differently. Not with so much of all that negative conspiracy stuff. What are you feeling? Do you feel the earth opening up? It's not going to be fast, but it does feel like we're going into a time of awareness. I've said this in the past, but I'll say it again. We're going into a time that basically is taking the old guard out. Now, to give you different scenarios, I just got a glimpse of 2 female presidents here in the future. Two. You think 1 would do, but I'm saying 2 for some reason. It might be in immediate future, or not immediate future, but future. It's probably like the council. The council will not happen quickly. And there was another thing that came through is basically the deep state or the shadow government become more public slowly. But I am seeing a 2 female presidency in the future, and that's part of the Council of Light. Reason 2 females are not giving me detail, I guess one's on enough, or because of pillory, I don't know. But it's going to be, the presidency is going to kind of zip out of there, and well, either way, I just saw 2 females, which is good. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat seeing 2. Well, it's kind of like that already. You have president and vice president. This is more president. President 1, President 2, or whatever you want to call it. They're equal. But it seems like more the Galactic Federation of Light is going to really come in, which is quite fascinating. Yeah, it's going to be more of a female influence. Yeah, definitely. As the males are, you know, we can't seem to get anything right. We just blow everything up, right? I mean, not always, but the negative influences around the male as for violence and gun owning or either way, it's manipulations. The male will finally come to an end, and basically the female. I mean, it's a balance. It's balancing energies together. Just not one's better than the other. It's just we're going back to, you can say, the utopia eventually. Of course, we're still quite deep into the muck currently, and so to get out of that is another story. It's a slow process, but once again, more female energies are going to more of leadership once the negative takes a break, because going through the males is like the negative reptilians or whoever is here. We use the reptilians for example because they're so good at being a good example. Is like if you have like a male CEO or a male manager, depending on the person, a reptilian can work through that human like a puppet, depending on what they allow. You have a lot of dark there. I can make you even powerful, more richer, whatever, and they kind of, I know it's like a seduction type of thing, or an agreement, you can say. And so that's where the manipulation comes in. But yeah, it's like using human. I mean, we're kind of, yeah, not everyone's like that, but quite a few. Now, what I've been getting is just basically the old guard is like attacking me like crazy, but that's alright. That seemed to be handling pretty well. Even my old spirit guy that I fired, I think he's been kind of a pain in the ass. I kind of connected with that recently. He's like, aren't you gone yet? And apparently not. So, that's okay. But basically, yeah, a lot of the old, well, like I said, a lot of the old spirit energies have been causing difficulties, and there is a version of spirit that's not friendly. And they're trying to claim that they're a spirit world, and they're not. They say smart ass remarks. It's like, why would a spirit guy say something smart, something negative? It's like, it's not right. And some do. And so they're kind of like, oh, this is the spirit world. It's like, no, it's not. It's like a negative mirage or whatever it is, but it does exist, or influence. We're getting attacked like Archon. We're getting attacked by everything. But that's okay. We're just stay with the positive. It will come out of the coma. It seems like we're being this is the month of coming out of the coma. It's not gonna be easy for many. Some are just, I guess we'll just have to find out. And so, I mean, if it's truly feeling like we're going into, once again, those humans that are here, tapping into this now, feeling it, knowing something's up, you're obviously involved with it. those numbers are small. Everyone else that just like looks at this and just like, come on, really? And others are in just, let's wait and see. That's good, because I'm in the same boat. We'll just wait and see. I have no idea. But it's obviously a lot that's kept away from us for good reason. Feels like the middle of the month, but maybe sooner than that. They have to be very careful what they do, because yeah, it's going to cause a lot of upheaval here. It's just the way it is. I'm not sure if they can blame this on SpaceX anymore. Anytime they see anything anomaly in the sky, it's SpaceX. It's SpaceX around NASA. Recently, they had all this. Looked like all this, I don't know, smoke, or it was an anomaly in the sky. It's like, oh, that's a rocket. How can a rocket do that? You have to look online. It's around NASA. It was on the 29th of June, but just recent. Like, how can NASA do? I mean, how can? And there was no. I don't think there was anything from SpaceX to even take credit for it. So, oh yeah, it's like it was all zigzagging. It's like, this isn't a rocket. Why would a rocket do that? So it was funny. It was around NASA in Cape Canaveral here in Florida. So it does feel like they're preparing tests with the aliens, are rehearsals. Yeah, let's see. It feels like, yeah, they're going to go through the dimensions. That's for basically opening up our conscious reality. Many are going to be, once again, in denial, but their vibrations are going to illuminate us as we connect to them. Basically, if you're open to all this, you receive information, you know, everything's going to be fine. Most of humanity is going to not see it that way. So the more open you are, the better. You know, you just not having fear is probably number one. Because if it's negative, you'll know it instantly. It's like, oh, we're positive, but why am I feeling all these negative vibes from you? It's like, you say you're positive, but why do I feel sick? It's like, see, that's it. And also, I mean, with positive energies, they'll send you a healing also during this when they make their appearance. So they'll send a healing too to open you up. They know all about us. They know our biologies. They can hit a switch, and we know more. You know, we know more what's going on. So, let's see. What am I allowed to? What are we allowed to know? Is once again a message here: the Illuminati is leaving. Not all. Obviously, the effects are pretty heavy here. The banking system, that's not going to switch over overnight. It's going to take a long time. But that's why the dark, or whatever they call themselves, yeah, they've been kind of packing their bags for a long time, and they're just what is it? They got, now this decision was made a long time ago. It wasn't just made recently. It's been made. That's my feeling is. Probably as old as I am, almost 40 years ago, probably maybe longer than that. And so a lot of their ships are leaving here, let's put it that way. I know it sounds bizarre, I can't prove anything, but I guess we'll just see culture shifts. We'll see what happens to humanity, because there's a lot here. It's like all the junk is still here, all the effects and everything, all the the cleanup is going to take a long time. So that's one way of looking. The reason I'm here talking about this is for those that are ready for all this, to understand it more, not to be afraid. You're going to be helping others in some shape or form. It's just you can call this like a military drill in some ways, but not like that, but a extraterrestrial rollout or run through. Once again, because most of humanity closed their eyes, shut down, went to consumerism. Was easier there. It's all this metaphysics and trusting yourself, it's just like, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go watch television. Screw that. And that's what's going on. I mean, that's what's been going on for a long time. Even through movies, they've been awakening us here little by little. As they, it's all personal responsibility, and many just look the other direction. So, Yeah, there's a lot of fear mongering at the elite and all that, and it's all justified because the elite are pushing us, but also they push us to see, like, those that are aware of the elite. They know that they're into metaphysics, they know they're into aliens and all that. You know, a lot of those in the conspiracy world don't believe in any of that. So it's like, here, we're making your lives hell, and you still don't wake up. It's like, you wake up, but you're not waking up. You're still staying asleep. It's like, the heck with y'all. So, that's what it feels like it's coming from. Those are the ones that are causing the difficulties here. It's like, here, we're going to beat the living crap out of you. More than ever before. We're doing this for the best. We're doing this to wake you up. And that's what I'm getting from them. Once again, they don't see themselves as negative, but they are doing a lot of stuff to us. And most aren't, just to look the other way. So now the alien vibration is going to come in because nothing else is working. Now, obviously, reptilians and other beings are causing difficulties. We're not out of the woods yet. Far from it. Far from it. But like I said, I feel like the higher Illuminati, the alien ones, are not fully packed up and left, but a lot of them have. And the other ones here are kind of, it's like, you left this, you know, yeah, leave all you want. We still have them to play with. So it's not, you know, it's not far from over yet. So the reason I'm bringing that up is that they're allowing more of the alien energies once again to come through. So that'd be kind of fascinating to see how things play out. So we just have to wait and see. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a town that's been like wiped out, like all trashed, and there's a world basically. Now we gotta go through the cleanup process, and that's gonna take a long time. And getting humans to realize what's going on. So seeing aliens in the skies and walking around like us, wearing their jumpsuits, freaking people out. It's like, that'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll be fascinating to see how humans are going to spin it. It's pretty obvious how they're going to do it. Because fear, it's not real. And if the government comes in, I'm not sure how the government's going to... Either the government will ignore it. They might. They might ignore it. There might be several visitations in the skies, but it's very obvious what's going on. There are already something anomalies, but they're not very clear and blunt. Like when's I can see a ship with actual people on it. It's like, that's alien for damn sure. And then we're going to spin it. So that might be what's going to occur too. They just show up. There's aliens there on a ship talking, looking, waving at us. I don't know what they're going to do, but and then our culture just spins it. It's the government out to kill us, and they're just waving at us or whatever the hell they're doing. You know, so, and they just start occurring, visitation. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And once again, humanity be crying and wanting, oh, it's an actor doing that, or da-da-da-da-da. So, I guess we'll have to, yeah, we'll see. So, there's that. They're not really giving me a clear indication of any of that, but I mean, they work through me to see what works with, you know, they're trying things out. I talk, they listen, you know, they're listening to everything. It would be nice for them to, you know, make an appearance every once in a while. We're just, it seems like we're in that phase of it, at least. Talking about it is great and everything, but actually seeing it's a whole nother. That's why I'm kind of stay away from disclosure energies, because, you know, nothing happens. But that's okay. That's part of it too. That's just trust and be called crazy and look like a lunatic, and there's nothing to fear, and it's time for humanity to, I don't say grow up, wake up, and many are going to have difficulties with that, obviously. So I don't believe in spirituality, so we're just gonna, I guess we're going to ship them off to another planet. I don't know how that works. Maybe that's been heard of. They're not going to know it. There's that. I don't know. It's just very well. It's part of the process. It's all part of the experience. I mean, so. But as for when we get aware of what this is, it's going to be a process. But seeing them here, I don't think we're going to have mantis show up anytime, or reptilians. It's going to be mostly beings that look like us. Eventually it will be a yell down the road. Not yet. They're a little bit too bizarre, but their energies are going to be behind it, that's for sure. The Arcturian energies are going to be obviously orchestrating quite a bit of it. Galactic Federation, but all these federations are, yeah, because it feels like the negative elite were really blocking any type of help here. It feels like a lot of those blocks are really, not all of them, but enough where, not all, because not all the elite are agreeing on this, from what I'm gathering. Some are just like, you know, we invested all this time, you just want to leave. No. So there's that too. I was going to channel their energies. Well, I'll be careful with that. Alright, we connect to a neutral. How about a neutral one? Well, before we go into that. There's a new to all this. Is this going to work? Nope. Okay, so SimonTower.com, we have private sessions. Throughout the week as the, whatever this is the calendar. We have the how to channel page and channel, Google Hangouts, Zoom, channeling by phone. We also have the questions, and we also have the radio button. This is the radio information, of course. I don't have the times on there, but we're working on that. And also, you have questions here you can submit, and we have other channelers and healers I recommend. You also have, well, that's interesting. I guess I changed everything. I also have the Patreon. Also, you can keep an eye on what's going on if you want to support the channel. I also have the social network. Come on. And the Rabbit, and that'll soon be available this week. So, yeah, not doing too good over there, are we? Whistleblower execution game show. Alright, connect to a neutral, positive, a neutral, oh, it's a connection to the Illuminati, basically. Sure, why not, right? If you're going to freak people out, might as well do it, you know. I mean, if you're going to put yourself out there, might as well. It's basically not to have any fear, not connect to anything negative. Connect to a neutral being. I mean, you want your information or not. You want to know. This is not about the end of the earth or anything like that. You know, that's what usually negative. No, this is, well, you got to be, whatever. It's not always for everybody, but if you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Who cares? But basically, we're kind of like, here's the medicine. If you like it, if you don't, spit it out. Don't worry about it. So, alright, it's blessings. And, here we go. Yeah, somebody connected to the Illuminati about this whole leaving stuff. Basically. Yes, I am Randora. Yes, with the chosen ones, the chosen ones. As you are, yes, responsible enough to watch your planet, to take care of it. Well, yes. Well, what's happening is the greed of your human has caused much difficulties on your world. Those corporations that you call corporations, and basically, those that run your major corporations were basically chosen to babysit your planet, to watch over it. And many of them abused their position, but also the humans also gave in to the manipulations. So you can blame us all you want, but it has a lot to do with corporate greed on your world. But yes, also, basically what happens is that we have contracts, soul contracts with your planet. Many of those are expiring. So when they expire, those running your corporations will expire eventually too. Not easily, not overnight. But basically, nothing's been renewed. Now some are going to continue their influence. The elites that don't really like humans that much, but want to see how this plays out. And will, yes, govern it, push it around. What is happening into your planet? It is basically going into its next chapter of the unknown. Where is it going? I am not here to tell you. What I am here to tell you is that humanity, yes, gave its free will away. Easily. Many of you have no choice. You realize that. But those that had a choice gave it away for greed. And those are your ancestors. So now you are in this mess. And now you're going to find your way out. This happened a long time ago. This is not something that happened recently. So many of you are contracted to experience those decisions. Corporate greed, yes. Basically, they're going to manipulate your human as long as they can until they lose their power. Some of them cross the line with their power. Many of them just... There's different types of manipulations. If they keep the elite happy, they stay in business. That's not always the case. It all comes down to what humans want in the end. Yes, you're under a heavy manipulation. What do you want to experience? Many choose entertainment for experience. And continue to not look up in the skies and realize where you're from. The curiosity here is very minimal, as you can see. It's not really interested in going to other worlds. There are some of you that are, but most of you rather stay here, cooped up in your room, living the life that was given to you. But yes, the door is being taken off. I wouldn't say ripped off, but removed. So beings from your universe can connect with you more. As yes, they have been here, but working with your decisions. But also your decisions to awaken have been heard. As for when this occurs, it's still up to you. No decision has been fully made. As your consciousness shifts with your alien consciousness, that's when you'll have your alien connection. As many of you are feeling that time is coming too close, because humans have to connect to your aliens in a way. You are working with a contract with them. It doesn't they just show up whenever they feel like. Some of them do, but also with your permission. But now understand, most of your human consciousness is not aware. At least your third dimensional point of views is not allowing alien vibration. So yes, this has to happen slowly. Well, what is going on is your society is being uplifted. It is taking its medicine, yes, that it does not want, and that's with alien visitation. It's not going to like this experience at all. Most won't. As the coziness of the third dimension is coming to an end, the manipulators have not fully left, but now the reptilians on their world that are causing difficulties are going to have, they don't like this at all. They want to continue the way it is. They want to feel like they're rulers of your planet. But they also understand they have a big fight up in the yes, because they're going to be pointed at as the troublemakers. And some of that's justified and some of it is not. So what occurs on your world is still up to you. As they will most likely not be seen easily, but many of you are going to make them known when the time is right. It's time, when you're ready for that healing, they will be seen. You will do your unveiling. And they probably will not see it happening before it occurs. They'll be looking the other direction. All of a sudden you see all these reptilians hanging out with each other talking. It's like, oh great. So what you have to look for: patience, inner healing, Many of you are receiving messages and not believing it. Not sure what to believe. What is for your highest good? Believe in that. And all will work out the way you wish. For those of you that are open-minded, at least. That's all we have for you at this moment. Just believe in yourselves. That's all you have to do.